This is the very first episode of Whispers from the Valley podcast. I am your host, BigStu Gaming. Here on today's episode, we have almost the entire cast of Mud Valley, from the CEO down to the biggest fan, which is me. I'm the biggest fan.
Mm.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode of Whispers from the Valley. We're just gonna go ahead and just get the perspective of what it's like being a part of Mud Valley as well as being a streamer content creator. So, um, we're gonna start with the creators of Mud Valley. We have Jaymello and Bandaid, the two people who came up with this vision, this dream, this goal to start Mud Valley, and we're gonna talk to them and figure out and hear their perspective on why they started it. So, Bandaid, we're gonna start with you. Why, what did you and Jay come up with to decide to have to start this vision?
This vision started in high school, what, 20? Not, we ain't that old, like 10, 15 years ago. We've always had an idea of running a business together. Look at Jaylee trying to think how old we are right now. Uh, but it's always been a goal of ours to run a business. We thought about it as a rec center or thing for youth. But when the pandemic hit, I knew gaming was big. Jay finally listened to me and figured out how big the gaming world is and how many revenues that you can go through. So it's just always been a goal. Then MVG was the what we ended up on.
Okay, most definitely. Mr. Mello, you feel me? What why is it not? Okay, here we go. What is your side of why you wanted to start MVG?
Um, to piggyback off what Bandaid said, it started as a dream for a partner with Cedar Point, creating a rec center where like a lot of AAU tournaments would be hosted, high school games could be hosted, um, and it would have more than just basketball. It'll be a multi-sport complex. So it'll have baseball, like football, track and field, and basketball. But they end up partner with something else, or they end up running their own actually. So they end up coming up with their own and running it. And since we were nowhere near ready, I started looking elsewhere. Um, Mud Valley actually started as a 2K team. Me and my brothers was playing. Bandaid was playing for a while too, and then but Bandaid's always been big on COD, so we'll always buy 2K and COD whenever they come out. So on 2K, I wanted to get into the competitive scene, and some of my brothers weren't really on the same page as me, so I kind of just came back to start doing 2K. I mean, COD full time, especially when the pandemic hit, and I got to looking into streamers and content creating, and then I finally got to like pushing. Well, not pushing myself. I finally got the idea though to actually start. So since I'm so much of a perfectionist, I didn't start when I could have. I started when I felt like the time was right. But when it's starting off, it's just there's no such thing as the time is right. You just kind of just got to go into it. But that is the origins of Mud Valley.
Okay, and I like what you said there about the timing is never right. It's never gonna be a perfect time. You just gotta get started. You just gotta do it. You just gotta get started because the timing was never gonna be as the commercials sometimes say, this the iron is hot. You gotta strike now. That's never really a thing that's plausible. People say that just to get your money, whatever that. So that leads into the first question, I guess, for everybody. Why did you start streaming? So I'm gonna pull it over to Chip. Chip, what made you start streaming?
Um, I used to go to the gym a lot, so that was all my time. I rarely played the game. I ended up having a son, so now somewhere gym for real is more homebody life, and I was always big into Call of Duty, like always big. And I decided to show that off now, so I'm a homebody and I just play the game.
Man, I can definitely tell you right now, there's a difference between a homebody and my body that's at home. Because I do the
Oh,
same
me.
thing and I'm not the same. And so it's something right. So you can be a homebody, but I guess I'm a body at home because this shit, we I'm trying to get that homebody. You know what I'm saying, but Kat, what made you start streaming?
Um, I really enjoy video games and I like people, so I figured why not put those together and
Yeah,
have a good time. Yep.
I like it. Short and sweet. You like people. You like video games. That's really just the base of all
Yep.
content creation right there. So,
That's what
and
fucking
I'm gonna go. I'm going just real quick. I'm gonna go into why I started streaming. I started streaming because when the pandemic hit, I literally had nothing to do. Before the pandemic, I was all sports. I was all school. I was a bartender in the movie theater. Just work, school, sports. That's all I did. Pandemic hit. Literally, all three of those ceased in a snap, and I had nothing to do. Started a podcast, did that for a couple of months. It was kind of cool, like the interaction. Then I found out about video gaming and streaming, and I was like, yo, there's no way people out here making millions of dollars playing a video game. And so I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and dip on over in there and do that. Unfortunately, that was my very first time ever playing multiplayer Call of Duty. So I got dookied on
We can tell
over
because your
and
shot's
over
trash.
and over again. So, Big Stu Gaming right now is a lot better than Big Stu Gaming 2.5 years ago. But, it's a
I
growing
still
process the same way as streaming.
Nah, I still can't believe you just started playing COD 2 years ago. Or two
I
and a half years ago.
promise you, my
That's
Modern
crazy
Warfare
to me.
2019 was my very first multiplayer. Now,
That's
I'm gonna say
crazy.
multiplayer because I played Call of Duty at World at War, but I was a campaign player because Mario would not let me play on his
You can't.
multiplayer. He would not let me play on
I
his
wouldn't
account.
let you play on my shit. Why?
So Mario been playing since World at War. He been playing multiplayer. I was not allowed, bro. Bro, I played on his multiplayer. I think maybe one time, and he got mad at me. Didn't talk to me for a week. Like, yes, I did. So I played straight campaign. I was always me until 2019, and basically 2020 when the pandemic started. Warzone came out was when I started actually playing multiplayer stuff. And playing against real humans is a lot harder than playing against bots. Well, except for in Warzone too.
That is
But
wild,
That's
bro.
I'm gonna
That
keep
is
my
wild.
comment to myself.
all right,
2019. Sheesh.
yeah, man, I'm new to this. You true to this, I'm new to this. But Jay, what made you start streaming?
Uh, shit, Bandaid. He had brought this to my attention, and then after I finally, them 3 quarantine months where everything was shut down and closed, and to start doing my research. I'm big on studying. I'm big on. Whew, I just lied. I'm not
Boy,
big
that
on
was in high
studying,
school. That was
right?
opposite.
But I like studying things I'm into. I'm interested in, and streaming was definitely top dog.
Right.
So I started studying more, what to do, what not to do, tools I can use, um, advantages, websites, ideas, and with that came content.
Love it. I got Mario on my chat right now. Mario said, "Heck, shit, I ain't letting you play on my account. You was ass fucking on my KD."
At
damn.
least he's keeping it real with you.
No, for real, for real. That's my brother right there, man. That's my brother, man. Bandaid, why'd you start streaming, man?
I started a whole content creation around Modern Warfare 3, so back in the day. And the reason I started was because I seen all these big YouTubers posting 100 kill games and things like that. And I played Black Ops 2. I was okay. I was a camper. But when Modern Warfare 3 came out, I was just dropping numbers like those big YouTubers, Moabs, double Moabs. I was like, I might as well start posting on YouTube. So if you go back on my old YouTube, you can see 40 to 60 videos of just stuff like that. But I was recording with shitty hardware, shitty stuff like that. So I just, at a point, I'm more about quality over quantity. Then also life hit me. I felt like my quality was shitty, so I was like, I can't compete with these people who have thousands of dollars worth of equipment and things like that back in the day. But I've always played COD. um, played tournaments, Black Ops 2, all that. Like that's where I have a passion. It's just COD in general. Um, then, like I said, college, family life hit me. Then I've always been streaming here and there, never real consistent. I streamed all the Call of Duties, just like I said, never been consistent enough in myself or confident in myself, I guess. But now, being older and being through the experiences I've been through, I've gained that level of confidence in myself, and I truly believe that if I'm not made for content creation, that I'm gonna build an organization that's made for one, for sure. Just because my knowledge of business side of things and things like that. But I think I'm built for content creation. But like I said, if I'm not, I know I'm gonna help build an organization that's gonna be on the top.
I love to hear it, man. That's a greatness, and I think that's a leadership mindset right there. To where sometimes it takes a real leader to know where their flaws is, or where maybe not even a flaw, just something that they're not confident about, and knowing, okay, I can fill the gap here and there to build the ultimate team. I forgot to press this again. To build the ultimate team to make sure that no matter what, that team is successful in everything that goes, and that's the great leadership roles. And I think you and Jay both have that. You guys bring the best out of people, um, to make sure that Mud Valley is going to get what needs to get done. And so I see that's your career. That's your vision for Mud Valley and for yourself, which leads me right into the next question of what your career goals. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start my career goals off first. Ultimately, I think we can all agree on this. The ultimate career goal for everybody is just do this full time. To just play the game, create content, and vibe with chat full time. I think that's what we all would like to have. I think that's the dream why everybody even starts streaming. They want to leave their job and just play video games for a living and make money. I think that's the ultimate goal. But I think besides that, my goal for myself is to build a community, build basically a mini family. Have Stuville be on the map of just a place where people can come and vibe, a place where people can come feel safe, be one to open and share. Cause I feel like in this world we live in, everybody's has some type of facade or mask, and everybody's real. When people come in my chat, I want them to be real and who they are. So that's my ultimate goal. And then maybe down the line, I've always wanted to open like a little rec league, the same as Jay. You guys, my mom said that too. Like I always want to start a little sports organization for kids, especially the inner city youth. So I have a lot of visions, a lot of dreams, a lot of goals. But for streaming and content creation to be more consistent and to just build uh, a family within my community in Stuville. So that's me. We're gonna move it on down to Kat because she's right next in line. It's easy for me. Kat, what is your career goals for streaming or content creation?
Just want to have a space that I can be myself.
Love it. Just to be yourself. And I think that's just ultimately that's the goal, Just be yourself. Chip, what's your goal for streaming and content creation?
Well, just put out, just try to get rare content that people try to do. Like, oh, you know what? Chip did that. I'm gonna try to do what Chip did. So try to put out the rare shit that I can fathom and just get, big off of it.
I would
Yeah,
like
we's
to
going down the
say,
line.
I'm so sorry. Chip had a sniper shot that he
Yes,
posted
I
on
did.
TikTok, and he was trying to make me proud, and he asked what my longest shot was, and it's literally 1 meter more than what his is.
Oh, so you there?
Oh
You
yeah.
basically there.
All right.
Let's
He's
go.
I still got
basically
some
there.
things to
He's
work
basically
on.
there. But I just thought that was hilarious.
So what Kat's saying is she basically had to make sure she at least literally one upped you. Literally.
You got it though.
Um,
You got it. Before I told her where my
I got mine before he got his, though.
yeah, she called it.
you
So
know,
technically,
I tried to one up her and it didn't work.
you won down there. It's okay.
Indeed.
Bandaid. What is your ultimate career goals for your streaming and content creation? Not more for MVG, but just for yourself and content creation and streaming. Did I say that? Yeah, I did say that.
You said it right. Just the big word I'm gonna say is freedom. I want to have the freedom to do whatever I want. If I want to take a week off and go out of the country, I want to be able to come back and just feel like nothing happened. So just pretty much freedom to do, create when I want, how I want, anytime I want.
Man, that's man, freedom. What is it? What is it? Let me tell you. Jay, moving on down to you, man. What is your career goals for content creation and streaming?
Uh, Top of the list, financial freedom. You know, who wants to keep worrying about living check to check or only having a few thousand in the bank account, in the savings account, when you can have hundreds of thousands, possibly millions. Um, Two, uh, um, being a quality content creating company. Nobody wants to stay tiny or small forever, so I would love to have this brand grow to be the next upcoming phase or the next upcoming 100 days.
Most definitely, definitely want to make sure we get up there. And this is absolutely insane. Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. We want to make sure Mud Valley is the biggest org out there as far as um reach and growth, especially for inner city. Because I'm pretty sure I can say this confidently. Mud Valley, when we do get to that stage, will be the first organization, pretty much of color, to reach that height. 100 Thieves and Phase, they're great, and they do have a lot of people of color in the organizations, but they're not started by people of color. I mean, I guess Temper kinda's. He a little something. He got sprinkles.
He's Brazilian, cuz he got his ass whooped last night by KSI too.
Yeah, see, people of color don't get their ass beat. So
Got knocked the fuck out.
Did he got put down?
Yeah, he got put down in his first round. Knocked out.
If you can
man,
find that, put that in the Discord, man.
no,
Look,
for
look at
sure,
that.
for sure, man. So when you think about making MVG the biggest that it can be, or whether it's Cat or Chip or whatever myself, what is your ultimate motivation? We're gonna go back and we started with Jay and go back down the line. What is your ultimate motivation for your content creation and streaming? Like what
Um,
gets you up in the morning?
to be honest with you, what gets me up in the morning is having to get up in the morning and do something I absolutely hate to do every day. You know, go to work, clock in for somebody I never met a day in my life. You know, the owner of my job don't even know I exist. Don't even know I'm, chipping in on his dream. So
Mm,
that's ultimately my motivation. I'm tired of clocking in for somebody I don't know. And also to help create legacies so I can wholeheartedly say that my all the signees that sign definitely help out a lot too.
exactly. Once again, if you guys are watching the stream live, or if you're watching on YouTube, as of right now, we do have two signees that are not here. But make sure you guys go follow them and subscribe to them on all of their platforms as well. Make sure you guys go follow Sean and Ride a Zombie on Twitch and TikTok. I think they're both on Twitch and TikTok. So just give them a little shout out, as I can't be here. So I want to make sure we get them a shout out as well. But going down the line, Bandaid, what is your ultimate motivation every day when you get up in the morning and you click go live on TikTok or whatever it is? What is your ultimate motivation?
Oops. I put that thing in the Valley talk though, the fight. Um, but my biggest motivation, I'm gonna just go with Jay. I'm tired of waking up and doing someone else's work. I want to do what I want to do. That free, like I said, that last time I talked, freedom. I want that freedom to be myself. wake up at 12 o'clock and do what I want to do, not be on the clock from 6 to 6. I want to be able to do what I want to do, um, and do something that I'm passionate about, really. Um, that's really it. I just want to continue and follow my passion. That's what motivates me, that freedom that I know I can achieve, and that's where I'm going to be.
Love it, man. Love it, man. I love that once again you and Jay, you guys kind of mirrored each other and going piggybacking off what you guys said. I like how Jay said it, clocking in to feed and or fund someone else's dream. And I think a lot of Americans, just a lot of people, period, they clock in to get a paycheck, not knowing that their hard work and their labor is actually funding someone else's freedom and dream. And so by taking the risk, because at the end of the day, it is a risk, and the leap to that all of us are taking to become content creators to feed and fund our own dreams is something that's it's scary to a lot of people, but it's something that needs to be done. So Hitman Stretch, aka Chip, what is your motivation to get up in the morning and press go live or make a TikTok, whatever?
Kind of kind of goes with Jay's say. We work at the same spot, wake up 5 a.m. and get off at 5 p.m. Tired of it. Hate it. I hate it. I'd rather play the game all day. So just working on trying to get out of that. That's my motivation. Like stay looking forward, try to better myself. That's pretty much it.
To piggyback, let me
Man,
piggyback real quick. Even though we're trying to get on gaming, that freedom of being your own boss just helps financially, helps with your family, helps with everything. So it gives you just more time to be your own boss. Just gives you time to do what you need to do for your family, do what you want to do for yourself. Make sure you're mentally there. Just being able to do you whenever you feel like.
100%. Yeah, for sure. Time is precious. Time is definitely precious, and if you can find a way to keep that time and get it back, that is something that I think all of us are striving for. And money is the ultimate resource to buy time because unfortunately, in the world we live in, you have to buy time. So, Kat, what is your ultimate motivation of why you get up and press go live every day, whether it's TikTok, Twitch, whatever you go live on? What's your motivation?
So my motivation is knowing that my brother will be proud of me. That's like my biggest thing because I really got into video games because of him. Um, so just growing up, like playing video games with him, and even uh, as of most recently, him just teaching me different stuff about video games, streaming, all that kind of stuff. So just knowing that he would be proud of me, first and foremost, and then secondly, I just like to do it. So like it's easy to be motivated about something that you like to do.
X.
Uh, so yeah, the fact that I like it makes it a lot easier to be motivated about it because I'm it's my thing. So like that's just what I do. I just show up.
Just show up. I'm just
Show up and
here.
show out.
No, for sure.
Yep.
Exactly.
They don't call me
She be
Cat
acting
Nasty
like
for
she all
nothing.
sweet. Exactly. She be acting like she all sweet, but her name is KatNasty because she be putting people in the dirt nastily. That sounded better in my
Yo.
head. I ain't gonna say that no more. Um, but
Yeah, you
my
got clean
motivation
for
every
it.
day. My motivation every day. Just going down, thinking about it, man. I've worked so many jobs, and I think I've told a story on my stream probably 1,000 times. I was probably the number one employee when I was a manager at Jimmy John's back in 2017, 2018. I was the number one employee. I'm talking about I worked 60, 70 hours a week, sometimes 80. And I did that for months and months and months straight. And I never missed a day, whether I was, not feeling well. I would work from open to close. And at the end of the day, to get fired and to get pushed out because of a simple mistake. That's when I realized I'm just a number to these people. I have no meaning to these people. Piggybacking off what Jay and Bandaid and Chip said, if something happened to one of them, they gonna get replaced, and so they don't feel value, they don't feel worth, and that's so my motivation. I need to find worth and value within my own self, and so that's why I decided, even though I'm not making no money, I'm barely making money, not as much as I would like, and damn sure not as much as I was making at Jimmy John's. I'm happier now because I have value in myself. And I think that's the ultimate goal that streaming and content creation, people need to realize. Putting value into your own work, whether it's a YouTube video, whether it's going live, figuring out how you're going to have emotes. I just paid to have emotes done. You know, creating emotes, creating little catchphrases. Like me and Kat came with a catchphrase for my stream. Meh, 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 meh. Like just small stuff. You know, Jay has yes sirski. Everybody, you have your own village, you have your own language, coming up with your own notoriety, your own brand for yourself is enlightening, it's empowering, and I think that's the ultimate goal for myself. My ultimate motivation is I want to have power and value, even if nobody else sees it, just within myself, knowing, hey, you were good on this earth, you have power, you hold meaning, you hold weight, and not just the weight in my stomach. Period. Like I actually hold weight on this earth, you know. So, so
You should for real practice on the stand up, bro. You'd be like a stand up comedian, but like have gatherings of like motivational speaking, and then
same
just that be
time,
your stand up material. Instead of talking to them about some motivational shit, you be talking like just talking your shit. You're fucking hilarious,
man,
bro.
I do that because I learned that actually I took a public speaking class, and I found out the best thing about public speaking is you can't be always too serious. The best way to have a public speaker, to be a public speaker, and to get people to listen to you is you can be serious, but then you gotta throw some stuff in there to break the serious stuff to keep that audience engaged. 'Cause nobody's gonna be
Just
engaged if you're just
keep that awkwardness
the
down.
whole time. You feel me? So
Mm,
every once in a while throw a joke in, and
it's crazy
I'm
because
just doing.
I got told that I'm all business. Like it comes to whenever it comes to me, somebody told me when I walk into the room, everybody like, oh shit, there go Jay. Here we go, all business.
Mhm.
Ain't no playing, ain't no laughter, ain't no joke. I'm like, hold on, cuz, wait a minute. What are you talking about? They're like, yeah,
But
somebody
no,
told me that.
that's a good and bad thing though. That's a good and bad thing. That means you command and demand respect, which means then that's a great thing as far as the respect goes. But it's also a bad thing because you want to play around and have fun too. You know what I'm saying? You want to joke around and stuff too. So it's a good and bad thing. So that actually leads into the next question, which is the last question for me. I got two questions for my chat. If we got time for that, we're gonna try to squeeze that in there. But last question for me, and we're gonna go back down the line. What do you think is your biggest hindrance and your biggest strength as far as your content creation and streaming goes? We're gonna start with Kat.
Um. Oh.
You need a second cat? I can go.
Yeah. 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 Let's do
I
that.
got you.
So she look like she got gas right there with that face she's made, huh?
I'd say my biggest hindrance is just making time to do it. Trying to balance work, family, and MVG stuff. It's just I don't make time for myself, and when I do got the time, most of the time at night is when I can get on and stream. I'm tired, so I can't have that energy I want to portray. So that's why I end up just recording and going for clips some nights, or you see me stream for an hour or two, just because I feel like I can't keep that energy up that long right now currently. Uh, my greatest strength is my knowledge. I know all about computers. I know all about gaming. I know all about the ins and out of pretty much anything tech wise, gaming industry wise. So I'd say that's my biggest strength is just the knowledge I possess, but I need the time to get it out there.
Man, that goes back to what I was saying before. Money can buy time because time is just something that people stress over all the time. You're not being able to have the time to make the the money, to do the stuff that it's a vicious cycle. So that's why we trying to figure out ways to break these chains and break these cycles, man. So, Kat, you ready, or we gonna move on to Chip?
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. My biggest
Okay.
hindrance is my lack of accountability, which is crazy because
Should be on our asses, bro.
I
I was thinking it.
know.
I definitely was like,
Should be
damn.
I
on our
thought Stu was
asses.
gonna be the one to say it. I just knew Stu was gonna be the one to say it.
I was
I'm
quiet.
like,
You come on.
It's okay.
You saw
I
me
knew
pull
it was.
my mouth out.
I knew it was gonna be Bandaid. Um,
I'm about to say she a whole accountant for everybody else, man. What?
yeah, that's crazy because like I'm very much so a person who like I only do what I want to do if I want to do it when I want to do it, which is great. Like I'm not at, I'm not doing stuff that I don't want to do. I'm not waking up every day doing things that I hate or doing things that I feel like I'm forced to do. But on the other side of it, it's also like stuff that I want to do and I have to do. I just be like, well, I don't have to do it right now because I'm so like, shit, I'm not doing nothing that I don't want to do, which is good and bad. So like accountability is probably
Definitely.
my biggest hindrance. What's the other one?
Your strength.
Strength, your
Strength.
biggest strength.
Oh, my biggest strength is that I'm cracked and I have a 9 KD.
Ah,
So that is
talk your shit.
that's my
She
biggest
learns with
strength.
Nadia, don't she? She
Talk your
learns with
shit.
Nadia. Let me tell you.
Hey, no, don't let's not go there. But my biggest strength is I'm funny.
I'll
Yep,
give you that.
I'm gonna go with that. I think I'm pretty funny. Yeah, I have a big heart.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
About the funny
Nadia.
thing, you definitely are
Oh my
funny.
God.
You
Oh,
hilarious.
thanks.
Let me go ahead and get this off, man, because I was trying to get out earlier, but nobody was listening to me, per usual. Man, so in the Discord,
Where's the cat?
she in the cat, I see Cat in the roast room. So I go ahead and
She was
slide
just
in the
waiting
roast
for
room. You
somebody
know,
to get up in there.
as soon as you get into the Discord, as soon as you get into the room, you hear that doo doo. Man, as soon as she heard that doo doo, oh, she let me have it. Yo, hey, oh, I was not ready. I thought we was gonna hit the 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Nah, it was like as soon as she got in, she started throwing them. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over with. So I went ahead and hopped out. I went and took my L, yo. She was hitting me with some shit I've never heard though. I'm like, excuse me. So just FYI, be
No, it was
careful with
violent.
the
If
roast
if you
room.
see if you
Be
see Cat in there,
careful.
get ready to choose violence.
Man, choose violence.
Man,
Go
what?
for the jugular.
Bro, you know the crazy part? I can just see Cat. She like, I don't care who come up in this room, but whoever come in this room, gon' get it.
Whoever
Like,
straight
it
got
don't
it,
even.
walking through the door.
That's facts.
It
That
could.
is all
It
facts.
could
Choose
have.
violence.
It could have been your daughter on your account, but you know what? If she walked in that room though,
Keep that
It didn't
energy.
matter.
Keep
Whoever came
that
in,
energy.
Uh, a chip. Come on now.
she had
Keep
a
the
whole
I
energy.
will.
opening.
I'm gonna keep that energy.
I
man.
appreciate
It
it.
was like walking into a door and then walking to a cluster mine from the game. I'm like, yo, chill,
Bro, what?
chill.
Cluster
Got
by
the crawling
Claymores.
out.
Told him he was
Man,
built like a
alright.
fire extinguisher.
That's funny.
Yo,
Oh my God. My stomach
Jay
hurts.
Lee
Never
couldn't
have I
self res
heard
after
that.
that
I was
one.
like, what?
He wasn't able to
Yeah,
self res after that one. He had to go to the gulag.
you had to go to the Google
Right.
out of there. I was like, yeah.
one of you
Hear that? Do new,
myself
do
res, you
new,
can have
real
it.
fast. It's over with.
Oh
Not a
man.
fire extinguisher, but alright, Chip. So what is your biggest hindrance and your biggest strength when it comes to content creation and streaming?
All right. Biggest hindrance. I gotta say, go with Bandaid with the time for sure, but other than that, this damn Streamlabs, bro. I cannot get this shit situated on my laptop. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? So it gets me a little like irritated, make me not want to deal with it. But I put the time in to get the overlay, so I gotta get it to work. That's mandatory. Strengths.
To do podcast, I got you. I message you. I got you right here because I helped Kat out the other day because she had to learn to press shift when she was trying to resize herself.
No, okay. All right. So for strengths, man, listen. When I'm locked in, I don't care what we're playing. It could be duos, trios, or quads. I'm a one man army. You hear me? One man army when I'm locked in. Ain't nobody stopping me. That's the
Feel
strength.
it. I feel it.
That's it.
I feel it, man. I know one thing. When I'm locked in, I might get one person, maybe two. I ain't gonna get the whole squad though. But that's why I'm a demon bot. You know, sometimes I shoot like FaZe Neo, and other times I shoot like Tim the Tatman when he drunk. You know, we never know what Stu you gonna get, but either way, it's entertaining. Entertaining. Jay, what is your biggest hindrance or and strength and when it comes to content creation and streaming?
My biggest hindrance.
This damn computer.
I'm weak. Nah. Chill on my baby, man. You know, we working through the issues. You feel me? Hindrance, I would say overthinking. So I always feel like I can't do short streams, right? So if I look at the time and I was supposed to be on like 7:30 and I'm not able to stream for like at least 4 hours, I won't stream. But you know, that should never stop me. I should just go ahead and stream for the hours I can and just go ahead and be cool with that. My biggest strength, I would say I'm consistent. I'm super consistent at being inconsistent is sickening. So,
Dang, that is a thing.
I'd say
and
once
it's
when your PC was good, you was consistent. I don't think that
yeah,
consistently inconsistent thing is true.
well, I mean, I guess you could say that, but I'm also inconsistent about a lot of other things. But you know, I'm not even gonna say that's my
I can
strength.
agree
That
with
ain't even
that.
my strength. I say my strength is my heart. You know, believing in the signees, pushing the signees. So I believe in like my strength is to help others stream and create content and motivate them to stream and create content.
Mario said Jay was snapping last night. No, for sure, for sure. Uh, we got one question from chat. Jay, since I got you here, Mario asks, what does MVG stand for as a brand?
What does MVG stand for as a brand? MVG stands for the majority. So when it comes to gaming, you have the 1%. You have the pro players, those who, been doing it for X amount of years and getting the notoriety for it. And then you have the majority, which is us. Those people who's creating content and would like to do it full time and is like, actively trying to achieve just that. It's a home for us. It was made by us. It's for us. It's by us. So that's what it stands for.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, and then the last question from the chat, and anybody can answer this. Matter of fact, I think we all should answer this. What advice do you have for someone who is new to streaming and Twitch community as period? Somebody who's brand new into the Twitch world, and when they think about starting streaming and all content creation, what advice do you have to give that person? I'm gonna start with Kat, and then we can go down the line.
So somebody that's new to streaming, I would say make sure you're in it for the right reasons because if you come into it with ulterior motives, then you're gonna find yourself in a spot where you feel stuck. Um, and I would also say to like you need to have a foundation of like a good sense of self before you do it. I feel like um obviously the internet is a dog eat dog place. So if you don't
Each.
have a good sense of self, then you're just gonna get on here and get your feelings hurt. And whether that's because trolls are talking about you or because you get on and you see that you have one viewer or whatever the case may be. So I feel like a good sense of self, being in it for the right reasons, And yeah, those are my answers.
I can definitely agree with that because I like how anybody who's been in my chat, who's been rocking with me for a while, who's been in the studio for a while, knows that I did not have the biggest. I still don't have the biggest confidence. My confidence grows every day, but when I first started, I was very not confident. I had a very small ego, and I just didn't believe in myself a lot. And it's grown as my community has grown, as my streams have gotten better, as my content's gotten better. But yeah, basically off of what she's saying, like my advice for any content creator is just know that it's not always going to be 20 people in chat. So you might have a stream where you got 30, 40, 50 people. And then you might have a stream where it's just me, myself, and I, you know? And you have to be able to put on a smiling face, have positive vibes and good times when it is just yourself. Because it's going to be like that sometimes, especially in the beginning. And it's not just about viewership, it's about um, just going off what Bandaid said, the consistency thing. When you start holding yourself accountable, people love consistency. The second I started becoming more consistent on my streams, I had a schedule. And people say, okay, I know BigStu's going live at 12. Mario, you in the chat right now. You hit me up literally last night saying, hey, you kind of messed me up. It's 12 o'clock. I go on Twitch. You ain't live. I said, dang. So now it's kind of accountability for my fans. It's like, okay, even if I don't feel good, that's where the discipline kicks in. It's like I got people I can't let down. They expect me to go live to watch me eat some goddamn rice and get shot by bots at 12 o'clock. So
Watch
it's
you or hear you
it,
eat some rice.
it either one, either one. So definitely you have to be able to keep yourself accountable and realize once you have a fan. I'll never forget my very first fan who hasn't been in my chat in a while, but he was like 16 at the time. His name was Luke, a
Yeah,
person
Sean, you
from the
can ask
Philippines.
questions.
A person from the Philippines, was my very first fan. And I was like, yo, like this little 16-year-old from the Philippines rock with me. And so that's something you're gonna realize. Once you get your first fan, it's kind of hard to not want to go live because you don't want to let that person down. And so, yeah, as a content creator, you just gotta be able to just push through all the BS, man, because there's a lot of BS in this industry. So, we're gonna move on to
I'll
Chip.
go. Oh, Chip can go.
What is your
All
advice
right.
for new content creators and streamers?
Uh, just do your best, man. Just never give up at all. Even if you have you got 0 kills and 4 games in, just go ahead and boot it up again, man. Just keep pushing because it's gonna pan out at the end. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. That just real quick, that's something that helped me get through early on in my streaming career. I saw a TikTok by this, I forgot this dude's name, but he was in my chat probably a couple weeks ago, and his TikTok said it was just him streaming to 0 people, and then 1 person, and then 3 people, and then zero again, and then 3 people, and then zero again, and it said like day 1,000, and it still says 0 people. But then he got rated, and it was 5,000 people. And but when he got rated, the video showed him getting up and just basically quitting. And at the end, it said, "Don't quit because you never know when it's your moment." And that's something that is keeping me going. Cause like some days you're gonna have 0 people, some days, but you never know when you're gonna get that big raid. You never know who influences you. Cause the one thing I love slash hate about Twitch and streaming period, people can watch you and Streamlabs won't tell you. Because if they're muted, or if their volume's down or something like that, whatever, it doesn't count. So you can have 30 people watching you, but only 1 person typing in chat. And so you think, dang, I ain't popping like that. I ain't hot like that. When actually you got a whole little village watching. You just don't know it. So never give up on yourself is probably the thing I'll say. My bad. My bad for talking twice. But all right, Bandaid, you next. What's the new advice?
I got 5 things for him, for real. They're quick. Make sure the
I'm
reason
lit.
the reason you're doing, like Kat said, don't get into it just for the money. If you're getting it for the money, you're going to be disappointed in your views right away. Get in it for as a hobby, as a passion. That the money will come following that. Second, don't like I said, don't care about the views. If you're passionate about it, if people will find you. People will go. I mean, you can jump out to the same. Find someone who's like similar minded as you. Go look at the lower streamers. Find someone with 3 views. Talk to them. Maybe they'll come to your chat. Talk to you. Networking with like minded individuals, and your views will grow. Just finding them people that you vibe with. That's kind of how MVG started. We found people we vibe with, and we're trying to build it from there. Invest in yourself, but don't go broke doing it. Invest in equipment that you can afford to improve your quality and things like that. But like I said, don't go broke doing it. Don't add a mental stress onto yourself. And finally, like you said, and everyone else has been saying, be consistent. Develop a schedule. I know my schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays right now. I'm trying to be consistent with that. But being consistent to yourself, consistent with your viewers, like Stu said, has helped him a lot. I think those are the 5 things that I would say anyone looking to get into content creation should look into.
Facts. Jay, what would you say to new people, new to Twitch, new to content creation, all that?
Um,
I'll be right back.
First and foremost, stop thinking, just do it. Again, you'll never know. I mean, it's never the right time to do it. Once you begin doing it, be consistent. Make sure it's something you're into, because when you're not consistent anymore, no. When you are not motivated anymore, but you stay consistent, that motivation comes back. So you're going to run into days, weeks, months where you for real don't feel like streaming because you feel like you're wasting your time, you're wasting
Mm.
your effort, your breath, your money. But like Stu was saying, you know, you never know who's watching. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just stay consistent. Make sure you enjoying it. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for everybody else. Always remember it's your stream, because a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, you should play this," and then even though like you play it, you might not like it. You don't want to be into a game for the views and the viewers because there's some effect you don't like that game, and your chat says, "Hey, yeah, you should play this game." So make sure you're doing everything for yourself.
That is actually something I really ran into when I first started streaming. Was I had this, I had a group of people I played with when I first started streaming. I streamed Fortnite, um, and I because that's just what my friend group was playing at the time. And I stopped playing Fortnite because I discovered Warzone, and I just fell in love with Warzone. Obviously, I'm still here, but after a while, my viewership went down because it's like, yo, we want Fortnite Stu, we want Fortnite Stu, he was funny, blah blah blah. You too serious on Warzone. This is like, I don't like Fortnite. Like, it was just something I did to play with my girlfriend's little brother and all this other stuff. It was just something to do. But personally, I couldn't stream Fortnite for 8. What's my last stream? 12 hours. I can't do that for like. Fortnite was just cool. It's a little ha 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 ha. But for me, it was, you got to find something that you love, and I fell in love with Warzone One. Let's make that clear. Warzone One. Um, and I'm still here, and I'm very hopeful for Warzone 2 because right now it's bad. But yeah, piggybacking off what Jay said and everything, find something that you love and just realize that people gonna rock with you no matter what you play, and you're gonna have dips. I've learned that from Nick Merckx and Tatman. Whenever you switch games or you do any type of switch, you're gonna have dips. You're gonna lose viewers because not everybody that comes along with you on the ride is actually there for the ride. They're actually there for the hype of the train. So, once you realize who really is a rider and who's just there just to be part of the train ride, then you can build your village from there. So, any last questions from chat? Fortnite crack, Michigan banner, and Michigan banner is something serious, ain't it, Sean? Sean asked, I don't know if you guys want to answer this. Who is the cutest member of MVG?
Me,
Oh,
myself, and I.
that's a simple question. That's a simple answer. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Don't make me take this do-rag off. Once that
Man.
motherfucker pop off, I tell you, hold
Not
your
him trying to
man.
pull out the fucking waves. I'm weak.
What? I think honestly the cutest member is whoever is the person talking at the moment. So since it's me, I think it just has to be me. So that's to that question. Whoever has a stage at that moment is the cutest member of MVG. You know. Um, Mario says Stu. Hey, let's go. Uh,
It's all
all
fun
right.
and
So
games till you get in a roast room.
you feel me? That's why I'm not going in there. So I'm gonna I'm gonna go in there and do what is it? Spectator view. I'm just gonna. Hey, what y'all talking about?
That's not an option. That's not an
Not an
option for me.
option. Sheesh. I'm gonna figure it out. But all right, man. I think that's it for today's episode of Whispers from the Valley. Swimming. What do you mean swimming, Mario? Who's swimming? We'll figure it out. But
Chip
and
is.
as
Chip is.
oh,
Yeah.
chip it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Waves is waves.
Oh,
See?
cause wave. Yeah, flew over my. Yeah.
Don't believe the hype.
I
Chip
said.
actually
I said. I'm.
bald and likes to wear do-rags. Don't believe the hype.
Like I said. I might be the cutest. I ain't the smartest. But man,
Hey, I had
thank you
to
guys so
pay
much
for
for
this,
tuning
man. It
in.
was expensive.
Man, not you paying for the man. You got one of them little toupees.
Listen,
You
lace
know.
front beard too.
Oh
I
no
can
shot. He got the lace front. I seen those little TikTok man. They put like a little wig on their head and they be giving them lines up on the wigs.
I went,
I might
man.
get on there.
When I got signed to MVG, I said I can't go bald, man. Hey, let me get one of them. Got that bitch on.
I feel it. I feel it, man. Hey, make sure you guys go and show love to every single one of their pages, man. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitch, make sure you guys go follow them. Here's their names right here. You got Jaymello25, Bandaid _X. What's the X for? I don't know because he's not freaky. Hitman Stretch, but
Boy,
even
it's
though
triple
his
X
name
for
is
the
gonna be
freaky stuff, dog.
I was trying to slide that in. We got Hitman Stretch, but even though his Twitch is gonna be Chip Skylark _013. KatNasty _, but you guys know her because I play with her almost every single night. You guys know KatNasty _, and then you got BigStu, what it do gaming. You feel me? And then and once again, I'm gonna give a shout out to Sean and Ryder who could not be on the show tonight, but they, Sean's in chat as well as give them shouts out as well. You go follow Sean. It's Sean with 4 A's because he's just that extra. And Ryder Zombie. Make sure you guys go follow everybody in their socials, man. But that is today's episode of Whispers from the Valley. Catch you guys later. All right, that's the video, y'all. Benny, you recorded all that, right?
Yeah, but you should have. Next week, you should say tune in next Sunday for number 2, number 3, shit like that. It's too late now, but I'm saying next time.
Yeah.
One Sunday a month.
Hey, little homie in the screen.
Baby Chip. Okay, Chip bringing